I will be reviewing one of my favorite Tier 6 vehicles in the game, the Japanese Super Heavy Tank ZOI. This vehicle, it is relatively mobile for a heavy tank. It has very good armor and an excellent drop gun if you take advantage of it. Now, this vehicle, it performs just like the Tier 5 version of it. Let me do a quick stat comparison so you have a rough idea. From the Tier 5 version to the Tier 6 version, a lot of the stats, they are improved. And while others, they are improved by a slight bit. Now, let's get into the vehicle stats now for the OI. Before I get into the vehicle stats, as a super heavy tank here, and due to the size of it, you are going to be a easy target to shoot at, especially artillery, if they fully aim on you. The crew and the modules can be damaged easily enough. The crew that I find to be damaged easily enough, it would be the driver, the loader, and the commander. It is quite important that the loader do not get knocked out, because the loading time for this vehicle, it is very long, especially with the howitzer, just like the KV2. The modules that can be knocked out easily enough, it is the tracks, the gun, the turret, the engine, especially if it's damaged, you are going to be moving very slowly and become a sitting duck to most of the enemy tanks around you. And lastly, the ammo rack. If it does get damaged, having a damaged ammo rack and a dead loader, that means it's going to take forever to load the gun. Now to the stats of the vehicle. This vehicle, as a super heavy tank, you will have the most hit points a Tier 6 heavy tank will have. It is just under 1,000 hit points, 970 hit points. To give you a rough comparison, another premium tank that have a lot of hit points as well at this tier, it would be the Japanese Tiger. As a super heavy tank, you are going to have all of the disadvantages and advantages as well. Due to the size of the vehicle, if you can get up to the 30-kilometer mark, you can ram kill or do ramming damage to a enemy tank. That is quite good. Also, due to the size of it, it is going to be impossible to hide this. So do not even try to hide it. As a super heavy tank, and using the 1,200 horsepower engine, this engine, watch out for the engine fire at 20%. The engine here, you are going to be needing every single horsepower to ton that you are going to get out of it. The horsepower to ton ratio, it is about 8 horsepower to 1 ton. That is not that good nor bad. That means most of the time you are going to have problem reaching the 30-kilometer mark. You can only reach this some of the time whenever you are on flat terrain, or whenever you are going downhill most of the time. Whenever whenever you are going downhill, most of the time you can easily reach the top speed of 30 kilometers. Now, the hull and turret traverse, they are average. They're not that good nor bad. The hull 22, the turret 20. The armor itself, it is quite good. The hull, the turret armor, I mean, 150 millimeters all around. This applies to all of the turrets, so they are well armored. The main turret you will be using, it is this big turret here. This vehicle have all of the traditional weak spots that can be shoot at with ease. The cupola, the lower plate here, and then the engine. If you can shoot through the engine area here and here, you will be damage the engine and also the crew in this area as well. And then the side here, this is where the least amount of armor is. So shoot here, as it can be penned most often. The hatches door on the turret side and rear can be penned, and you can damage the crew and modules inside here as well. The armor in the hull, it is 150 in the front, with angling to it. If you angle the front armor, the 150 millimeters can ricochet a good amount of rounds, especially if you are top tier. But unfortunately, most tier 6 plus guns can penetrate the OI easily enough. So be careful about that. The one weak spot, if you actually can fully aim and have a very accurate gun, if you have a high penetrating HE round and it to go through here, you can actually cause a good amount of damage inside the hull here, as most of the crew, it is in this part of the tank. The hull side, it is 70, which can be penned easily enough, but just like the OI experimental, if you just angle the side armor well enough, you can ricochet rounds as well. The rear hull armor, this is where I generally say do not show your rear armor to the enemy tank whatsoever. Having 150 millimeters for the rear of the hull and for the turret as well, all around, I say, if the opportunity arises and a enemy tank is flanking you, show them your rear armor and have your turret focus on the enemy tank and keep showing them where your thickest armor is. The turret armor, it is quite good, 150 millimeters all around. If you just angle the turret armor just a bit, you can ricochet a good amount of rounds as well. The gun itself, I am using the top gun. It's a howitzer with howitzer stats. The view range, it is not that bad nor good, 370 meters. The radio signal range, it is not that bad nor good, 425 meters. The gun depression, I forgot to mention this. It is 10 degrees downward, while the gun elevation upward, it is 20. So that is pretty good. Let's go to the vehicle research part of it now. The research for the OI, it's a easy tank to go through. You will just have to only research the tracks upgrade and the Top Gun only. If you are going to be mounting all of the equipment onto the OI, you will be needing the second pair of tracks. From the first to the second, your whole traverse changes from 20 to 22. The 1200 horsepower engine you will have here, you will have this already unlocked on the OI experimental tank. And you will be getting used to this engine as it is usable on the rest of the Japanese heavy lineup as well. The Radio Type 96 Mark IV bow, you would have this already unlocked on any vehicle that uses this. You only have one turret to use, so that is a good thing. The first gun you are going to be using, it is not a bad gun, nor a good gun either. The rate of fire, it is okay. The pen, it is relatively good, so you can pen most targets you are going to be shooting at. And the damage output, it is relatively good. 300 damage per a shot. But the accuracy and the aiming time, it is not that good. Now, whenever you get the necessary experience points, you will be upgrading from the 10 centimeter gun up to the 15 centimeter howitzer here. This howitzer have all of the howitzer stats. Pen, not that good. Rate of fire, not that good. The damage output, it is very good if you can hit the target. The accuracy and the aiming time, it is terrible. The one advantage you are going to have using the howitzer, and most people do use the howitzer here, the howitzer, if it hits something, you are going to be doing a lot of damage to it, or potentially one-shotting it. After getting the howitzer gun unlocked, you will be needing to get about 1.5 million credits and roughly around 56k research points. Now, let's cover the pros and the cons of the vehicle while telling you what the consumable layout, ammo layout, and the equipment layout as well. The pros and cons of the OI tank. As a tier 6 tank, you will be getting the same matchmaking as a tier 6 does. From tier 6 up to tier 8. Now how do you play the OI? You will be playing the OI as a front line heavy tank. Either as a very aggressive frontline heavy tank, or as a supportive heavy tank, whenever you are not top tier. Now, what is good about the OI? The OI, it is like the KV2, but it is mobile and have very good armor, which the KV2 does not have. The OI, if you play to the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses, especially in a platoon of them, you can do quite well if you can coordinate your actions together. Due to the size of the OI, you can easily ram kill and do ram damage to a enemy tank. Now to the disadvantages. Most vehicles can easily penetrate you, especially tier 6 plus guns that their gun can overpen your armor value. Due to the size of the vehicle, you're a easy target to hit, just like the TOG 2. The side armor here, it is where the least amount of armor is, so most vehicles can penetrate your side armor easily enough, especially if they are flanking you. This vehicle, as it is a slow and a super heavy tank, if the loader and the ammo rack it is damaged, then you are going to be taking forever to load the gun, the engine itself. If it's damaged, then you are pretty much a sitting duck, unless if you can repair it right away and get to protection if you have enough time to do so. Now, let's cover the consumables you are going to be using in the OI. The gun here, the ammo layout I have is for the howitzer. The consumables: first aid kit to treat crew member injuries, repair kit to repair module damage. And then the last one, I went with a manual fire extinguisher to put out my engine fire. Now, if you want to repair multiple module damage in a very short amount of time, or to treat all of the crew members within a very short amount of time, you can use the large repair kit or the large first aid kit. Both of them have a permanent bonus if you do not use them. So having that extra of a permanent bonus does help if you are not planning to use it. The vehicle here carries a lot of ammo. That means most of the time you are not going to be running out of ammo due to the rate of fire the OI howitzer does have. The majority of the ammo that I use would be heat and HE round. I would have AP rounds still, because whenever you're top tier, most vehicles at tier 6 will have less than 150 millimeters of armor. So using AP against them, you will overpen their armor and do a large amount of damage, which is quite good. Now, heat, it is a good option to use, as you will have the extra pen, which is roughly around 37 millimeters more, and you get the benefit of heat when it actually goes through and damage the tank as well. HE, it is a general all around a good ammo type to use most of the time, because HE, whatever it hits, you are going to be doing damage to the enemy tank still, even if you do not get to fully aim. If the shell just hits, you are going to be damaging them still, just by the howitzer firing the HE round. Now, the equipment that I am using on this vehicle. I went with the Vents Class 3 for the bonus, the super heavy spall liner to add the extra protection against ramming and the explosions that you are going to be receiving, and it will also increase the protection from the crew member injuries that the vehicle will be receiving from the enemy guns. That extra 50% plus the large first aid kit bonus, that will definitely help greatly reduce the chance of the crew members getting injured. And then to help with the loading time, going with the large caliber tank gun rammer. The other pieces of equipment that you can go with if you want to. The red ammo rack is a good idea to reduce the chance of the vehicle being ammo rack. Toolbox to get the repair done faster. You can go with the enhanced gun laying drive to decrease the aiming time and to increase your view range if you want to in this vehicle. Go with coated optics or binocular telescopes. For perks, I would generally say six cents. It is a good idea to have, and getting brother in arms with the repair perk as well. It is definitely a must-have for any heavy because the less time you are tracked means you can get moving that much faster. I have two replays to show how you can do quite well in the OI. Let's get to those two replays now. This replay, I am in a platoon with two of my friends, a cop and Czar. This is a tier 6 replay to show you how well this vehicle can perform when it is top tier. Looking at the map where I am going, I'm going to a place where I will be useful. I will be supporting my team advance in this area. I have HE loaded first. So, whenever something that I can penetrate easily enough with HE, I will most likely do a good amount of damage with my first shot. Now, I will be using the terrain here as I advance forward. Right now, we are doing good for the kill to death ratio for our team, but the enemy team is catching up a bit. This target here, I got a very good damage roll there. Right there, the HE round went through the target and did about potentially the maximum damage you can do, or around that, around the maximum damage. The HE round on average can do up to 900 damage with a very good damage roll if it goes through a thinly armored vehicle like the Tog. Now I am signaling my team that I am reloading. It is definitely important to inform the team if you are loading because it takes a very long time to load. The HE round did not run through there, but did a good amount of damage still. I am trying to find a good opportunity so I can shoot either of those two vehicles there, the Churchill or the T-34. The Churchill there. I damage it while tracking it, I think. That Churchill ricocheted it around. Due to the way how I was angling my armor to the Churchill, the round just ricocheted from the front there. So whenever you're top tier and using your armor quite well, especially when you're angling, you can ricochet a good amount of rounds. Right now, the rest of the team, they are faster than me, so they are going to finish up the rest of the enemy tanks. Let me just speed the replay up a bit. I got a good damage roll there. I finished the SU off. Between me and the platoon I'm in, we got about 5 kills between all of us. And that is pretty good so far. That round missed. This G1R, if it does poke out again, I will be shooting at it. Now I'm going to be advancing here and shoot at either the 85 if it come out or the GR1. Now I have had 3 kills and 6 kills total for the platoon. This KV-85, I tried to shoot at the 85 there, but missed it. I did not fully aim there. .55 accuracy is definitely going to hurt you whenever you are trying to fully aim at time. Now, in this replay, I did relatively quite well for being a top tier vehicle. I did about 2,100 damage in this replay. Let's go to the second replay now. This replay, I will show you how well the vehicle can perform when it is not top tier. First things first, I have a look at the map to see where I have to go. If I went anywhere else with the OI here, with this matchmaking I have here, I would not do as well. So, knowing this, I went to the 9 line to support my team. I loaded the AP round, knowing that the mediums on their side will be going to the hill, and I can penetrate the mediums easily enough with the AP round. Let me speed this up a bit. I took a hit by one of those vehicles there, but I ricocheted 2 other rounds. Even with this matchmaking, if you angle your armor just right, you can still ricochet rounds. The KV-4 there finished the mutts off before I could kill it off. The AP there. I know there are thinly armored vehicles around the corner that I can penetrate, so I continue to use AP here. I am trying to show them the least amount of armor while able to shoot at enemy tanks around the corner. I got a good hit on the M46 Korean Tiger there. I tried to penetrate the KV-5 Kepler, but the AP did not go through. For the aim, trying to hit the Korean Tiger there. Seeing I'm not going to have any luck there, I poke out a bit to see if I can shoot any of the remaining vehicles in the area. I am keeping an eye on the Korean Tiger there, and things are not looking good for us here. Now I am at the point of no return. So I am going to try to do as much damage before the match is over. I set the mutts on fire, causing a good amount of damage there, falling back, letting the teammates absorb some of the damage. We are going to be losing this game as no one can actually get back to cap in time. And I load heat to penetrate the mini turret there. The artillery there. I am going to try to finish the GW Panzer off before the match is over. This replay I did quite well in. This game was a loss to us, but I got myself 3 kills while getting myself about 2,500 damage. That is quite good for not being a top tier vehicle. Let's go to the garage now to do a brief recap on the OI. Let's do a brief recap on the OI tank. The OI itself, it It is quite well armored, it is mobile enough, and have a very good howitzer. The howitzer itself, if it does hit anything, you will be doing a good amount of damage in this vehicle. Now, due to the size of the vehicle, you're a easy target to hit. Especially if the engine it is damaged, unless if you can actually get it fixed ASAP and get yourself to cover, you are going to be killed quickly enough by the enemy team, especially if they can actually get side shot onto the vehicle here. Unfortunately, due to the vehicle armor thickness, most tier 6 guns can overpen the armor and damage the crew and the modules easily enough. But if you play to the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses, you can do quite well in the OI tank. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the OI and how to use it properly. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.